everyone. I'm Dana. I'd love to hear where everyone's from. So if you want to go ahead and find the chat function and type in where you are joining me today, I would love to hear that. We'll just give another minute or two for everybody to get in the door and settled. And I'm really excited today to share my 7 best sleep tips to get your baby sleeping through the night. All right, London, wow, Scotland, Oregon, Los Angeles, Sacramento, all over Canada, Ireland. Welcome. We got a global community here today. That's so exciting. Another thing that would be super helpful is if you tell me how old your baby is or your child is, and that'll give me an idea of like how to kind of gauge the conversation so that I'm meeting the needs of as many of you as I possibly can today. That would be fabulous. London, oh, so many attendees here today. Thank you for taking the time to join me. All right, we've got some toddlers in the house, some new ones, 5 months, 6 months, 10, 1 month. All right, we've got a wide range of little ones here today. Doesn't look like too many newborns, so I'll keep that in mind as we go through the content here today. All right, so you have a baby. I can still remember the day I had my first son so clearly, and it's the one time in our life that we want to do right by another person more than we have in our entire lives. When we have a new baby, we're just flooded with this love that we've never experienced before. And everything within us is directed towards making sure that we're doing the very, very best job we can for this little person. And when we start to have sleep challenges, and everyone expects it in the beginning, everyone knows, you've heard enough times from your friends who have babies that you're not going to sleep well, at least for the first few months. And so we go into that prepared, right? We know. But as the months go on and nothing really changes, I can remember with my own son, it was about the 5-month mark and he was still sleeping the exact same way he was from day one. So the months go by and you start to feel the effects of sleep deprivation. You start to feel the frustration and the confusion and the not knowing. It is a tough place for a parent to be because, again, we want to make sure we're doing the very best we can for this baby, but we're also suffering. We are legitimately suffering. We're missing out on a human need because we're not getting the sleep that we need. And it puts us in a really vulnerable and tricky spot. And then when you go to sit down at Google and ask Google why your baby's not sleeping well, you're going to get so much feedback. 4 billion Google results come up when you type in, help my baby sleep through the night, or why won't my baby sleep through the night? And the trouble with that is that so much of the advice is conflicting. You might land on a site that says it's totally okay to let your baby cry all night long, and that's the only way to get them to sleep better. And then you might look at something else and it says, hey, you know what? You better just enjoy it because someday you're going to miss it, which actually makes my blood boil because that is non-advice. That is the most unhelpful advice you can give somebody who's having sleep challenges because it's basically negating their emotions. Somebody's coming to you from a place of suffering and pain and they're asking for help or they're looking for help and you tell them to just enjoy it. I don't feel like that's very helpful. And I can tell you, I have older children now in their teens and young adulthood, and there's many things that I miss about when they were little. So, some days I miss them so much when they were little, but sleepless nights, I have never once missed, or that place of frustration and not knowing and doubt. I don't miss any of that. And yeah, like there's things I miss, sure, but having authentic cuddles with my little ones when they missed me, when they wanted to connect, when they were happy to see me at the end of a great night of sleep, those kinds of cuddles I might miss, but not cuddling out of necessity, not holding a baby because that's the only way they're going to sleep well. That's something that no one will miss. And then you go to Amazon and maybe you want to pick up a book. Maybe you have the energy to read a book. I don't know. I don't think I did. But if you sit down and type in, I want my baby sleep or books to help my baby sleep, you're going to get over 50,000 results to choose from. That's a lot of research. That's a lot of reading. That's a lot of thinking. And I know that you're already exhausted. You know, picking up a 300-page book to sit down and figure out how am I going to help this baby learn to sleep better is pretty daunting to an already exhausted person. So I get it. And I've been there. I was in the exact same boat. I know exactly how you're feeling. And it's a really tricky place to be. And I want to help put some of this trickiness aside. My promise to you today is you're going to leave here today at least with some clarity around why your baby's not sleeping well. You're going to know exactly why your child's not sleeping well, and you're going to have a solution for fixing it. That I can promise you. So who am I? If you haven't met me, I'm Dana Obelman, and I'm the creator of the Sleep Sense program, and I've been helping tired parents get the sleep that they deserve for the past 20 years. And like most great things, it was born out of necessity. Like I mentioned, I had a son who was not sleeping well. I felt so alone and so at rock bottom with his sleep that I just really even considered not having any more children, because I thought, well, maybe I'm missing this like special mom gene that other people seem to have that can handle this sort of thing. I really couldn't handle it. And so I started to look for solutions. And that really was the birthplace of Sleep Sense. I read books, I talked to pediatricians, I pulled on my past experience as a elementary school teacher and my degree that I have in psychology. And I put a plan in place for him. And within nights, there was that huge transformation that so many of our clients have experienced since then. I've had the blessing and opportunity to be on lots of media outlets. I helped Ginger Zee from Good Morning America get her little mile sleeping through the night. I've trained hundreds of women to become certified Sleep Sense consultants from all over this world. But my proudest accomplishment is all the families that we've reached. 125,000 parents have tried the Sleep Sense program and got their babies sleeping 11 to 12 hours through the night. Here's some of my happy fans. And I never get tired of it. I've been doing this for 20 years, and every day I get thank you letters from parents just telling me, you know, what a place of struggle they were in and how much this has changed their life, because you don't really notice your sleep much until you're not getting it. And then you start to see how it affects everything from your mood to your productivity to just how you're showing up as a parent. Even if you're not sleeping well, you're not able to give the best of who you are to anyone, including yourself. So this has been my passion. It's still my passion, which I feel super blessed that after all of these years, I'm still so passionate about helping families get the sleep that they deserve. Because this is not just about you. You know, it's not just about you wanting a good night of sleep, which is valid and important, but it's about the whole family sleeping better. It's about a child getting the sleep that they need and deserve. And I can tell you that childhood is the one time in our life when our sleep is perfect. Sleep is sheer perfection when we are children. And as we get older, you know, then it starts to deteriorate a little bit. But why not allow a child to have a beautiful relationship with sleep during the one time in their life when it is actually perfect? That's my mission. That's my goal. That's why I'm here today. So let me walk you through what we're going to do today together. So I'm going to teach you my 7 tips. We're going to go through those. And then I'm going to give you a walk through the Sleep Sense course, just so you have an idea of what I offer and how I can help. And then we're going to do some question and answer. And at the very end, I have a gift. So if you hang in with me through this webinar, I have a Sleep Sanctuary bundle that I'm going to share with everybody.